All right, we are back now with a health alert involving Ozempic. Health officials are warning about fake versions of that and similar drugs hitting the market. Here's Stephanie Gosk with how to spot the counterfeits.
Demand for diabetes and weight loss medications like Ozempic and Wegovy exploded this year, many posting progress on social media.
I am down 60 whole pounds.
2024 is set to be no different, as more and more people embrace the dramatically successful medications to shed pounds, including most recently Oprah. But as demand grows, so do concerns about counterfeits. Partnership for Safe Medicines confirms to NBC News that fake versions of this class of drugs have been discovered in over a dozen countries, including the U.S. Last week, the FDA, together with the makers of Ozempic, Novo Nordisk, announced that counterfeit versions of the diabetes drug made it into the U.S. market, releasing the batch codes to the public. According to the company, the needles inside the boxes were also counterfeit and posed a potential risk of infection. So far, there have been no serious side effects from the fakes. The FDA warns the counterfeits could still be in the supply chain.
How are people supposed to be able to tell the difference?
Yeah, it's very hard to tell the difference. If you're accessing the product from a place that is not legitimate, like an online pharmacy, or not through your healthcare professional, that's probably the highest risk for being exposed to a counterfeit drug.
Experts say counterfeiters are stepping in to fill a void. According to the FDA, semaglutide, the active ingredient used in Ozempic and Wegovy, has been in short supply since March of 2022.
We have a global supply chain. We have medicines coming from everywhere. And a lot of times when these products are in high demand, there are counterfeiters who want to make money off of them.
Stephanie joins us now live in studio. So, Stephanie, what should consumers do to protect themselves?
Well, make sure you get your prescription through your doctor, then get the prescription through a licensed pharmacy, but also ask your doctor if you need it in the first place. These drugs, Wegovy and Ozempic, are FDA approved for diabetes and obesity. That's not how a lot of people are taking them, but that's how they're approved.
So popular, but you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, Stephanie, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.